Hey everyone, today we got a Gar Saxon build that costs only $20. That's right, so this deck is super budget and competitive. So this deck is based around Gar Saxon's ability to give each upgraded unit +1 attack. But instead of using upgrade cards from our hand, we're relying on units with shielded, mostly, to get the buff. We also have a lot of cards that give our units shielded. For example, Lone Pike can put a shield on one of our units as long as we put a shield on an enemy unit, but we can kind of pick when to use this to mitigate the downside of that. We have Relentless Pursuit as a removal spell that also puts shields on our bounty hunters like Forlome and Zuckuss. Asteroid Sanctuary, which exhausts an enemy unit and puts a shield on one of our friendly units that cost 3 or less. And then our upgrade is Jetpack, which is an upgrade itself, but also puts a shield on one of our units. This is great for being put on Gar Saxon. You can trade off, it gives it a shield which makes him hard to deal with and just hits for 7 damage, so it's pretty powerful. So the playstyle of this deck is very much an aggressive tempo deck. We want to disrupt our opponent with cards like Bazine Natal, taking away the best card out of their hand, and then use our shielded units to be aggressive and make it hard for our opponent to get fair trades into. Some of my favorite plays in this deck is with the bounce cards, so things like Pirated Starfighter, which you can't actually play on turn 1 because you'd have to bounce itself back to hand. But being able to play Bazine, take a card out of your opponent's hand, Pirated Starfighter back to either put it into your resources or to keep taking cards from your opponent's hand, or use it to reset shields on cards like Dr. Evazan, Crafty Smuggler, your client, 7 Fleet Defender, just so many options there. You can reset the shields, or even things like Loam, bounce them back to your hand to get another ambush in and reset the damage. So being able to reset a lot of this is kind of what the deck is based on. Lurking TIE Phantom is just one of the best ships in the game. Against a control deck, if they don't have the right answers to it, it can literally just win a game on its own. And when you put upgrades on it, it becomes really hard to deal with and gets a bonus for its attack. Surprise Strike is one of the best cards in the game. You can use it to have your units trade off to bigger units or just kill your opponent out of nowhere. It's a must include in the deck for sure. That's the deck. Let's get in some games and see how $20 Gar Saxon plays. All right, we're taking on the Mandalorian with Vigilance. And this is definitely a mulligan. Hey, we mulliganed into a worse hand. Great. It's actually very similar. I think the other hand might have been a little bit better, but these are really good cards, so it's not the worst. Get rid of a Zuckuss, get rid of a Relentless Pursuit. No, we're gonna need that. I know it. I guess a Lurking Tie. They shouldn't have much ambush in the air, so we're just gonna claim. Don't have any other option. We'll draw a Crafty Smuggler now and be sad. Okay, we didn't. Well, we drew a 2-drop, but it's a 2-drop we're gonna put back into our resources. They're just gonna suit up a Grogu, but that's fine. We're gonna go with our TIE Phantom. One thing you could do is you could turn this into a triple Dark Raid deck. It would cost more, as triple Dark Raid is not overly cheap, but... Okay. Thoughtseize Bug, give us another Loam. If they... Relentless Pursuit is really good because they put all this work into soup and, like, yeah. So we can just take it away. Ooh. Pirated Starfighter. We definitely want... Yeah, we're just going to put this back. And we're probably just going to go 7 Fleet Defender. Hit him for 4. They can hit us for some amount, and we'll play our 7 Fleet Defender. So we're going to lean into playing into this, the space arena for now. And let them kind of go over here. And then obviously we'll kind of switch over when Gar comes out. See what they want to do. They have 4. They pass. So we can play this. They could have takedown. We're actually just going to pass and end the phase. Ooh, 2 surprise strikes. I kind of want Crack and Gore here. This could be really strong. So we are going to get rid of 1 surprise strike. And we're going to do the same thing. Hit him for 4. See what they want to do. Our opponent was trying to do a little cheeky pass, but we had the initiative, so we just passed, ending the phase. Okay. They have 2 resources left. So we can either 7 Fleet Defender, but I think we're just going to Zuckus, which gives us a Bounty Hunter for Relentless Pursuit next turn, as well as our leader. The Mandalorian Armor. And we'll claim. Now, we have Saboteur, so we can get rid of that anyway. We can also just take out Grogu. We can Relentless Pursuit to get rid of that. This is a Mandalorian turn, so we'll have to be wary of that. We'll get rid of our extra 7 Fleet Defender. They can also have Rivals Fall, so it's going to depend on what we want to play around with here. But we are just going to hit their base for 6, right? We have Sentinel, or Saboteur, sorry. And we'll see what they want to do. They can tap our Lurking TIE Phantom here if they want. We have options of Crack and Gore. We're just going to hit their base. The Dark Saber. Ooh. And they don't get exhaust value here. So... and we're going to get rid of their Sentinel. Now, we're also 7 power, so if they want to attack in, they can. We have Gar Saxon this turn as well to... we might just get rid of their leader, surprise strike him in, or we can just go for damage, which is our other option. We can just hit him for 7. Or we can 7 Fleet Defender. Bring out Gar Saxon. Now they can okay, they got the initiative. So we can either so we're just gonna go aggressive. We're gonna put more damage on their base. We have Surprise Strike. And we do have Lethal on board. So they can start off by tapping or trading off here. That's perfectly fine. And then we have options of either... do we need a resource here? I actually don't think we do. So we'll stay at 6. Keep these cards in hand because I want these. There's no jetpack there. Ooh, Luke. Which kills our... okay. So we have no resources, so we can go hit him for 4. We now have lethal and surprise strike, so they can go Mandalorian, take out our leader, but then they, yeah. And we do have lethal anyway, so, but I'm going to surprise strike just for funsies. And there we got there, taking down the Mandalorian. All right, we're taking on Han Solo Green. Our hand is actually, yeah, this is fine. We'll keep this. So we're not gonna mulligan. We'll put away 1 Bazine and the Zandu blood. Not gonna need that for a while. So our options here is we can lead with Doctor for more aggression, or we can lead with Bazine. I think we're gonna save Bazine for later turns to potentially snipe away their turn 5 when they go for their big turn. So I think that is going to be our play here, because the turn where they bring out Han into Big Han, or that's going to be the scariest turn. So having Bazine to potentially take away that will be pretty powerful. Jetpack. Yeah, we'll put away jetpack here. Lurking Tie is good. The only issue playing against something like Han is we have to be wary of... Okay, so they want to trade off here. See, this is where if we had the pirated starship, you can reset it. So he's going to get his resources back. Which means he can still play the Falcon. So we can either play the Lurking Tie, hope they don't have a Falcon, or a Bazine. And I think we are actually just gonna... We're gonna risk it. We're gonna play the tie. There's definitely... You could justify playing Bazine here. But... Okay, they spark. Honestly, not the worst. So they're probably gonna get rid of our Loam Pike here, I would suspect. Ooh, Bazine. Okay. That makes me think we definitely gonna do this next turn. Okay, now we got the pirated starship. We'll put away Kragangor. We're just gonna start by hitting their base for 4. And go from there. And then we have the option of the Crafty Smuggler. We can pirate a starship. We can Lone Pike. Okay, so they're just going for Qi'ra. Potentially naming... We actually do have a pretty good hand here. Lone Pike, okay. So then yes, we will play the Crafty Smuggler. And just past the turn, they're probably going to take the initiative, they do. So we can either Pirated Starship to get back the Smuggler or the Lurking Tie. But I think we actually save this for next turn. They could have more air pressure. We're just going to pass the way it is here. Ooh, McClunky. So we'll put Lone Pike in the resources for now. We can't play it at the moment anyway, so... Ooh, Lurking Tie. Okay, bouncing, that would have been nice. So we'll just go hit their base here. They're just going to hit our base. So they have the Lurking Tie. Do we want to Bazine? Clunky won't do anything here. We can loam in. They can bring out Han. Alright, we'll just do this. If they want to trade here, that's fine. They do not want to trade here. We'll just play the Smuggler out again. They can bring out Han and hit our base, I guess. Obviously, we can take out the Lurking Tie. Feels bad killing your own unit, though. We'll pass here. Ooh, Loam. It would have been nice too if we hadn't played that last turn. But I think this is good. We need to get something to check our own Lurking Tie Phantom. Okay, so we can put the other Bazine. Or we can Bazine McClunky. Do we even need McClunky? I think we want McClunky. So actually, it's going to be Bazine, I think. Well, we can loam plus Bazine, so... Okay, we're actually going to put McClunky back. Ooh, Bright Hope. That is rough for us. Okay, we're going to bring out Gar Saxon. They're going to hit us there. hit their base for 3 as well. Then we're going to jetpack on Gar and Bazine this turn. Drawing into a surprise strike would be really good here. Okay, our opponent claims the initiative, so we're going aggressive here. We could trade off to get the lone pike, but... Oh. I thought they claimed. My bad. We would have Bazine first had we known that. So we'll get rid of their sentinel. We're going to claim for sure. And we actually have lethal here. So we're going to put back... We'll put back Zuckuss. They don't have a sentinel here. So, surprise strike, Gar. And we got the win against Han Green. $20 Gar. Alright, we're taking on Qi'ra Green. And our hand is... not the greatest. We only have a turn 2 play. We have nothing on turn 3 at the moment. Besides Relentless Pursuit. Well, Asteroid Sanctuary. You know what? I am going to keep this. Because we also have McClunky. We do have some removal. We have the Loam and Zuckuss combo, as well as Asteroid Sanctuary to reset some shields. So, we'll stick with this. I don't think we need McClunky at the moment. So we'll put back McClunky, and I kind of want these two. So maybe it is Asteroid Sanctuary for now. We really want a Lurking TIE Phantom in this matchup against control decks. It's definitely our best card. Okay, Infernal 4. Yeah, so we'll just go Crafty Smuggler. They could easily just power the Dark Side us, which is all you can do, but... Okay, now we have a 7th fleet. That's a great draw here, actually. So... I want to save this till later, because this is a good way to reset shields, as well as... So we're going to put back 1 Surprise Strike for now. Alright, we'll hit them. Get some damage in. Then we'll 7 Fleet Defender. Okay, they're gonna super laser tech. So they can ramp next turn. One thing to note against Qi'ra, her ability is great at taking out our shields. So we have to keep that in mind. Ooh. Lone Pike. Yeah, we'll put back Kraken Gore. Lone Pike is really good because you can keep giving shields to our units. Ooh, make an opening. Great draw there. Alright, we'll hit the base. They're going to take away our shield with Super Laser Tech to ramp. That's fine. Oh, they're just hitting base, really. That is interesting. Oh, they can still use the ability. Alright, we will Lone Pike. So they can use their ability, take away Super Laser Tech, and bring out Qi'ra. But that's not the worst for us. So we're going to claim. They can bring out their leader if they want here. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, they didn't. Ooh, Bazine. That is actually a really good draw. As well as Xandu Blood. I think Bazine is actually more important, but being able to bounce her back could be really relevant here. So... They're at 5. They're going to 6 resources. Yeah, we'll put back the Xandu Blood. So we're just going to start with hitting them for 3. Want to make sure because they can get rid of our shield, which is going to lower our damage output. And with Lone Pike, we can actually like put a shield here on himself to get more damage. We really want to be the aggressor in this, so we want to keep putting pressure. Ooh, okay. Them using ECL is great for us. To get rid of the shield? Ooh, nice. Okay. So we are going to attack. We're going to give a shield to their Infernal 4. Give a shield to our guy. Get 5 damage. They did have power of the dark side. So they can bring out Qi'ra here. So that's one thing to note. So if we bring out Zuckuss, they'll trade. Do we want that? We can also just Bazine. We're just going to play Bazine. Do we get rid of Lone Pike or Fell the Dragon? So Fell the Dragon actually doesn't do much to us besides Zuckuss. So I think it actually is the Lone Pike. Try to get rid of their answers. Because that card is dead for the most part. We can play around it. It can't get leaders. We're going to claim. Once again, if they want to bring out their leader, that's fine. Now giving a shield. Now we draw Lurking TIE Phantom. But we do have Relentless Pursuit, so... We're going to put back the extra one, I think. Okay, so... They're going to 7, so they have Vader. They have all their big stuff now. Do we have a jetpack? We don't have a jetpack. So we're just going to start 1 damage on base. Go from there. Lone Pike. Definitely not the scariest thing they could have had. We'll bring out Gar here. Actually, maybe we should have waited. But this might force them into bringing out Qi'ra. Which is good. We want to kind of force that, so... Alright, we're going to push as much damage through as we can. Yeah, they bring out Qi'ra. So... We can... So they can trade here. We can bring out Zuckuss, which potentially could get the kill next turn if we draw a surprise strike. But so could Gar Saxon. They have 3. So we're just going to play Zuckuss to give more threats to them. And if we draw a surprise strike, we can take the game there. Ooh, okay. Make an opening changes that math for sure. We will claim, though. We only have 1 resource, so not much we can do there. Okay, they traded with Zuckuss. That's fine. So we'll put back... Crafty Smuggler. We're actually gonna we might just go double Lurking TIE Phantom here. Hit their base. Ooh. Okay, Supreme Leader Snoke actually messes up our plan. Pretty good. But luckily we have... Oh, it's equal to the cost. So that was rough. This is probably the best card they could have had for the way that our hand has shaped out. So they're going to take out our leader here, and then we're in trouble. They can claim... I mean, I guess we'll take... Why did we get a buff there? Okay, so they claimed. We'll play Lone Pike. Do we want to resolve the ambush? No, we won't resolve it. We'll pass. Client. Dr. Evazan is actually a bit of a liability at this point in the game. I actually don't think we need to resource. We'll keep everything. So I have 2 cards in hand. If those cards are good, it's a Vader. We needed to not have a Vader. We needed something that didn't ambush in, so they would have to trade with so we could get rid of Supreme Leader Snoke here. Ooh, and the Death Trooper. That is rough for us. Yeah. And then the ambush takes out our... So this is probably over at this point. Snoke is just ridiculous. This is probably the only card in their deck they would have had that would have saved them there. Like, they could have had any of these other cards, and I think we would have been fine for that turn. Like, if they played Snoke this turn, we would have been in much better shape. So that kind of just won them the game there. So they have Snoke. I don't think there's any way out of this main board, like the way this deck is. Obviously, sideboard, you could have more options, but in best of 1. So we don't want to play Evazan into this. Yeah, so it would just die. Yeah. Okay, I think we're just going to concede here. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen on Karabast if we did that. And yeah, it should be dead. It's still here with 0 attack, oddly enough, but... So our... I guess we could have played Evazan. So the correct play here to have a chance would be to have played Evazan and the client and hoped we hit ways to deal with it. Because we would have got in 2 damage, drew a surprise strike, which is 4 damage. We need 6. So we'll pass. Do they have lethal here? We have nothing in our resources for smuggling. That's not great. Yeah. So if we did that, we actually might have had a chance because we could have got in for 1. No, we'd still be 1 short, I think. Well, we could have done 1. Yeah, it's 1 either way. So, yeah. I mean, we'll go for it. We'll surprise strike. Put them to 23. We'll see what they want to do. I believe we're dead. They have lethal on board if they see it. They just attack it with everybody. Yeah. Sure. Oh, we would have had 2 because of the shield. He's a 3. Oh. Yeah, so. We'll just claim. They'll kill us, and that'll be game. So a little punt there. We might have still had a chance to bring it back, even through all that, which is good. The curiosity got me. I wanted to see if it worked on Karabast, if it would kill the Lurking Tie, and it kind of does. So, yeah. Alright, so for $20, I think the deck is awesome. It plays well, it can get wins out of nowhere. It's definitely fairly competitive, especially for the budget. But for upgrades, there are definitely a couple cards that I think you could put in the deck to really improve it, or even change the build a bit to make it even better. So first, you could go with triple dark raid and play that build. I think that build is very strong. If people aren't prepared for the space, you can just run away with the game. But for upgrades for the version that I have built here, I would look to put more upgrade cards like Hotshot DL44 Blaster, Snapshot Reflexes. I think Snapshot Reflexes is probably the biggest upgrade just because it allows you to attack, you can put it on space units, and it's an upgrade for cheap. So that would be the main upgrade I would put in this deck. So if you're looking for a strong deck on a budget, definitely give this deck a try. And even if you're not, I think Gar has a lot of potential to be built around. And I'd love to hear what builds you guys have for Gar Saxon, so comment them down below. And I'll see you in the next video.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.